In this section of the course, we will quickly go over some tips in selecting and moving and rearranging text. Let's start Word, and from the Word opening document screen, type in the right pane where you see the online template search bar, the word article, and press enter. Word searches thousands of online templates and displays several templates which meet the term article as criteria. We will select the template entitled Newsletter by clicking on the icon displayed and then clicking on Create when the template preview window comes up, as I'm doing here. Word then downloads the newsletter template and opens it up in the text area for customization. Now, in terms of selecting text, you can always select a range of text or objects in the text area by pointing to where you want to start the selection, clicking the left mouse button, holding it down, and dragging the mouse downward to the point where you want to end the selection area. As you see here, I start at the beginning of the paragraph where the pointer is. I'll click to start here and drag the mouse pointer down to the middle of the next paragraph while holding down on the left mouse button. Notice that you see as I drag the mouse downward, the text selection is being highlighted. Now that the text is manually selected by pointing to the starting point and holding down the left mouse button and dragging to indicate what portion of the text I want to execute an operation on, such as cut, copy, delete, or as you shall see a little further on in the next lessons, a variety of operations. Once I've indicated the text I want to work with by first selecting it, a tip in editing when you are cutting and pasting text, I will demonstrate here while we have this text highlighted on the screen. If text is highlighted already and the paste button is pressed, what is on the clipboard will replace what is selected as I'm demonstrating here. As I click the paste icon on the clipboard, you see that the text we manually selected is now replaced with what was last copied onto the clipboard. Another tip in working with text and moving it from one location to another is, once you have selected text with Word, you can drag that selection of text from where it is located using your mouse and move it to another location by pointing to that location, as you see me doing here. I select the text I want to move, and once it is highlighted, I move my vertical pointer with facing arrowheads into the highlighting, and I get an upward pointing arrow, as you see here. At this point, I click the left mouse button and hold it down. When I click on the left mouse button and hold it down, as I move my mouse, you see a new cursor, a thicker, longer, darker cursor with a small gray box under the pointer, as demonstrated on your screen. As I move my mouse, the new cursor I described moves along with it. I can now move the selected text to anywhere I'd like to point it to by positioning it there with my pointer, as you see me doing here. You now have a foundation for basic editing. In the next lecture, we will cover using the undo and redo functions we learned about on the Quick Access toolbar earlier on in the course. The undo and redo functions are tools used during the editing process to allow you an opportunity to change your mind about an editing operation or function which affects the document. The undo and redo functions also allow you to restore the text if an editing mishap or mistake is made during the editing process, as we will see as we continue on with the next lecture, learning mastery of text editing using Word 2016. This concludes this lecture.